Hi everyone, today's going to be a story time video because I've been sick for the last 4 or so days, which is kind of why my nose, or my voice, my nose is not speaking, my voice is a little like nasally. So when I get sick, my brain just kind of stops working, which I think probably happens with a lot of people. My thinking gets very foggy. I'm not really certain of all of the actions that I'm doing. And so it can lead to some pretty severe, stupid consequences. Exhibit A. So, as most of you know, I work at Starbucks. I'm also a real estate agent, and I still work in retail, and I do YouTube and something else. So, I have not had a day off. Today is my first day off in 30 days. Woo! So, I have not had a day off in a while, and my hours vary because it depends on the job that I'm working. If I'm working at Starbucks, then I'll be there anywhere from 5 o'clock in the morning until like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And then if I'm working my retail job, then I'm there from 9:30 in the morning until 6:30 at night. And then if I'm doing real estate, it's like 9:30 in the morning or like up until certain hours. It kind of varies. But regardless, my body is not set on a certain sleep schedule. So I tend to do stupid things. I woke up and I went to my mom and I was like, Mom, I'm not feeling well, pretty sure I'm getting sick. She was like, don't say that. And I was like, I know my body, I know that when I wake up in the morning and my throat is all like cloggy, it's not a good sign. So I went to Starbucks and I had work from 7 a.m. until 3 p.m. I had to run off the floor several times because I had sneezing fits in the back, and one of my coworkers told me that I should try she called it oscillococillum, and I was like, okay, tried spelling that out. Impossible. Turns out it's oscillococillum. Oscillococillum. I believe that's how you say it. And it's like a homeopathic thing. She goes, if you take that, like, you'll feel better. So I went to Walgreens after work, and I purchased the oscillococillum. It's a very, very long word. I'll put it right here so you guys can see it. And I paid for it, and I threw my wallet into the plastic bag, and then went into my car. Went home, took the oscillococillum, fell asleep on my bed, and just kind of like forgot about my wallet. The number one thing that I spend money on is coffee. If I'm not buying coffee, I'm pretty much not buying anything else. So the following day, I worked my retail job, but I got a free coffee, so I didn't have to pay for anything, didn't need my wallet. Turns out I had never actually taken my wallet out of the plastic bag, so it was still in my room. I didn't have it even at work, which was probably not good because my license was in it, amongst other things. Then I went home after my retail job, and it was time for me to do trash. So that is when I walk around the entire house and I take up all the trash and then I put it downstairs because we have the trash pickup on Wednesdays. Okay, so mind you, not feeling well, brain is super foggy. I had a glass of wine with dinner. I get very, very intoxicated with wine. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the sugar. I'm not sure. But this one glass of wine was enough to put me over the edge because I hadn't eaten that much that day. I also had cold medication. What are you not supposed to mix? Alcohol and cold medication. So I was intoxicated. I was completely out of it because my brain was exhausted, my body was like, what are you doing to me? And I couldn't think straight. So I went around and collected all the trash, and the 2 plastic bags were still on the floor. Me thinking that I was a smart person, or smart individual, I thought I took my wallet out of the plastic bag. So I thought that it was just the box from the medication. Throw it into the trash bin, bring everything downstairs. Did not realize that I had thrown my wallet into the trash can until the following day when I went to my retail job and I had to use my credit card to pay for something. Okay, so let's rewind. I threw my wallet out thinking it was an empty box. A heavy wallet full of credit cards. It didn't have any cash in it or anything. It was just like all of my IDs, my real estate license, all of my credit cards. I still had my college ID in there, which I can't get college discounts anymore because I don't have my college ID. All of those things were jam-packed into this one little wallet, and it's a very small wallet. It's about this big, so it kind of looked more like a box than it did a wallet. It wasn't like one of the very long portfolio wallets. And I just kind of grabbed everything, threw it into the trash bin, and completely forgot about it. Came home, was freaking out. My parents were home, and I was like, I'm pretty sure that I threw my wallet out. And my parents were like, what do you mean? So I think that my parents were probably a little more concerned about it than I was, because I was like, that's just a typical Leah move where I'm just an idiot sometimes and like I'm such a scatterbrain. So my parents were freaking out, flipping the house upside down, like, when's the last time you saw it? And like, you know when you just realize and like you just know that you're never gonna see your wallet again, or you know you're never gonna see something again, like it's lost and you know that it's gone. That is the point that I had come to. So I think that I had already reached the whole like closure point where I was like, I should probably start canceling all of my credit cards. So I canceled my credit cards. I had to apply for a new license. I have 2 licenses for 2 separate states. So I just got back from the DMV today. And I have an interim license, which is great because I was driving without a license, which is not a good thing to do. You have 30 days to present it if you get pulled over, but still not a good idea. And also, I made a friend at the DMV. So when I was at the DMV, I had to take a new photo, which is apparently a new law for like a whole bunch of different places, where you have to take a new photo every single time that you go into the DMV so that they have the most recent photo of you in their database. I had made friends with this DMV worker quite quickly, and I am super uber ridiculously self-conscious of my double chin. His name is Fred. And I was like, listen, if my double chin is in the photo, I would really like to retake it. And she started laughing, and she goes, I'll let you see the photo, like, before I do anything. And I was like, okay, cool, like, thank you. So I'm getting ready to take the photo, and I stick, the way that you avoid having a double chin in photos, this is going to be a little lesson time for you guys, is you literally, like, you stick your face out a little bit. So, like, even here, like, you can see I have a double chin. If I, like, stick my face out and, like, tilt my chin down, like, you can't tell that I have a double chin. I mean, obviously this was like a very drastic example, but the camera is also held down here, so it's literally angled directly at my chin. So as she's getting ready to take the photo, I get into position, and I'm standing there, and I tilt my head down, and I stick my face out as far as it possibly can go, and I strain a smile, and there's a whole group of people that are staring at me making faces because of how much I'm sticking my neck out. Like, I literally looked like E.T. when he was trying to, like, meet people, or, like, when he got scared and, like, his head lifted up and it was just like, yeah, that's what I look like. So the woman started laughing, and she did the countdown for the photo. The photo comes out, and she goes, wow, that's actually a beautiful photo, and shows it to me, and I'm like, I have no double chin. I like it. So that was just, like, a completely sidetracked little tidbit. But, yeah. Made friends with her, got my little interim license, canceled all of my credit cards. They should all be getting shipped to me within the next week or so. But word of advice, do not ever mix alcohol, cough syrup, and a tired body together. And don't do the trash removal if you're not feeling well, because you might throw out something super important. That's it. That was my little story time. If you guys like this video, then please don't forget to give it a big fat thumbs up on the bottom. If you want me to do more of these types of videos, then also leave like a comment down below or something like that, because I tend to do a lot of stupid stuff in my life that I like to keep private, because I'm like, no, I'm a mature individual. I know how to do stuff. But really, a lot of the times, like, you know when people say like, oh, I would only do that? I do some really, really stupid stuff where like I would really be the only person to do that. So if you guys want to hear more about the stupidity that goes on in my life, please leave that in the comments down below. If you have ever done something stupid, like so stupid that you didn't think it was humanly possible, please leave that in the comments down below, because it will make me feel so much better about my stupid things. So also, be friends, be merry, and comment and talk to one another down below. That is it for this video, and I will see you all next week for a new one. Hasta la bye-bye.